Whether you know it or not, your relationship to the universe, God, divine, Mother Earth, whatever you want to call that energy in your life, your relationship to it is a huge factor to what it is you're manifesting, what it is you're attracting into your experience, and how it is you're attracting it. So I wanted to share with you today, because I'm a huge advocate for your connection to this source in your life. So I wanted to share with you 4 techniques and 4 ways that I enhance my relationship to the universe, so that maybe you could begin practicing them and seeing this energy show up in a stronger, more powerful way in your life. I know that since I started practicing these techniques, I've just amplified, the way it is I feel and my connection, my intuition to this source that we all have within our experience and we have in our lives available to us. So these are my 4 techniques for you. I hope you enjoy this video, and let's get started. So my number 1 is my favorite. It is communicating with God. I'm just gonna use, in this video, like I said, interchangeable, God, universe, divine, source. I'm gonna use source in this video. I use divine a lot, I use universe a lot. I probably use universe most, but let's use source. And number 1 is connecting with this source energy, this feeling in your life, like it's right next to you. Like it's a physical entity and an extension of a human being you'd have a conversation with. It's having those times, it's prayer, but it's an amplified way of praying. It's less talking to somebody and more of an exchange. So number 1 is just having and carving out some time in your life, whether it's daily, whether it's weekly, where you have actual conversations with Source. And to me, that looks like, taking walks on the beach where I'm just literally having a conversation. And people may look at me like I'm totally crazy because I'm just this girl walking on the beach alone. Usually I'll have like a tea or a coffee in my hand, no headphones, no cell phone, and I'm talking to Source right next to me. I'm having this conversation. I'm telling him what's up, what's going on in my life, what I want to attract, and and then I offer a few minutes for that energy, that source to answer back, to bring into my intention and into my mind, answers to what I've been asking. So creating a stronger connection through just having a conversation. Instead of seeing this energy and this extension in your life as something that's outside of you, something that you're speaking to or asking and you're taking from, it's making it more of an exchange. It's sharing and speaking on a level like it's just another human being in your life. And whenever I practice that, I feel such a divine connection, such a powerful connection, and a presence in my life that shows up in such a stronger way. And you can do this at any time, you can lay down in bed and have this conversation. I personally suggest to you doing it out loud, and maybe that means taking a walk, maybe that means taking space in your day or in your life where you're in a private setting where you can just have a conversation and not judge that conversation, not, in your mind we want to play, oh, we probably look crazy, or this probably sounds crazy. No. Forget about that and just drop into the conversation. Really make yourself, I am so grateful you're here with me and that I get to have this conversation with you right now. I've been really needing your guidance in this area of my life, and I'm just so grateful you're here listening to me. I know you're listening, and I'm grateful I have somebody to talk to about it. Talking to this energy like it's your best friend. Because it is, it really wants to provide you that friendship in your life. It wants to show up, it wants all of the things that you want in your life. So start communicating on a level that you're expressing that, rather than always showing up in a way that you're talking to, Source. You're talking to the universe. We want to be talking with it. We want to be exchanging with it. My second way of connecting and creating a stronger connection with this source in your life is simply through breath. If you're familiar with yoga, yoga is an incredible way of connecting the breath to the movement, having total presence. And that's why number 2 is this connection to breath, which is really what I'm trying to say is presence. Because when we can connect to breath, we can begin to recognize that this breath is in fact breathing us. We are very much breathing, but instead of us breathing it, it's really breathing us. And this is the breath of divine. This is the breath of source. This breath and this energy of source flows through every single human being. It flows through you, it flows through me, it flows through the man down the street. And that is that source right there, always with us, always present. Once we can drop into the space of being present through breath and just through our awareness, we recognize that this energy isn't something separate from us, but it is in fact very much in alignment with who we are in this very moment. So connecting to breath brings us into that experience. It allows us to drop into the feeling and the vibration that everything in our life is simply energy, which means this source, this God, this divine light is an energy that's flowing through us in this moment. And it gives us that total example. It's just a pure example of how God, how source is just working. It's working through us in every moment. We're a vehicle of this source in our lives. So tuning into breath is an amazing way to create that more powerful connection, whether it's through meditation or just, shavasana, just laying and just tapping into that breath, listening to really subtle music that feels good, that's uplifting and enlightening. Or maybe it's, practicing yoga. For me, practicing yoga, doing meditation in the morning, it allows me to drop into that divine, that source that's flowing through me. And it creates a strong connection throughout the rest of my day. So my number 3 is through creative expression. And it goes in alignment with number 2, feeling that breath and knowing that it's flowing through you. But my number 3 of creating an actual act of expression is physically creating in the world something that is a vehicle of this spirit, this divine energy in your life. And that's why, I love my art so much. It's right here. You can probably see it. Boom. Ooh, if you haven't seen my art before, that's my art. You can see all my work at ashleyhallart.com. But that's what I enjoy about my work so much, is that this is a vehicle of this divine connection in my life. My artwork is an example to me of how this energy, how this vehicle for me is able to extend the universe source through me to create a physical object. So, creating through creativity and expression can look like art, it can look like dance, it can look like writing, it can look like poetry, it can look like soccer. A way that you're physically expressing your body and you're allowing your physical being to be in harmony and in flow with the universe moving through you. And when we do that through the physical act of expressing creativity, we can really see an end result of what is being spoken through us. Each of us are super authentic. We have all of these incredible attributes that are our own, really. They're unique to who we are. So finding what it means to draw into our experience and expression of this universe, this source in our lives, is an incredible way of seeing it work through us in a physical way. Every time I finish a piece, I look at it and I go, wow, I may have been the vehicle to this coming into this physical reality, but this source in my life was truly what created it. I just allowed my body to be the expression of it. So this number 3, creative expression, it's an incredible way of just recognizing how powerful it is in your being and how much it really wants to radiate outwards. And it shows you in a physical experience. And last but not least, my number 4 is something I do every morning. If you know me and my work on Ashley Hall Art on Instagram, gratituding is a huge piece of me. It's a huge daily practice of mine. I share with other people what a powerful tool it is, and it's just creating more alignment and more flow through gratitude. And number 4 is consciously choosing to be a vehicle of this spirit in your life, of this source in your life. Every single morning when I'm gratituding, whether it's in the beginning of the gratitude or towards the end of the gratitude or whenever I'm feeling it, oftentimes I will express to source, because through my gratitudes, I'm speaking directly to this energy. I will express to Source that I am a vehicle of this spirit. I am a total vehicle, an embodiment of this unconditional love, and to use me as a vehicle today to radiate this unconditional love that you want to extend in the world through me. Much like the creative expression, it's just bringing your awareness towards your body and your life being in connection and in harmony with what Source is trying to move through you and extend into the world, which is kindness, unconditional love, positivity, happiness. You want to radiate and exemplify the qualities of Source, of God in your life. You have to start tapping into the fact that you are a vehicle of it. And committing yourself on a daily basis to being a vehicle to this is a way of bringing yourself early on in the day in alignment with always being in flow with this energy, always being in connection, always being in harmony, enhancing that connection in your life, because it brings it into your awareness. And when it's in your awareness, you're practicing it on an unconscious level more frequently throughout the day. And that's very empowering when you're trying to create that stronger connection to the universe in your life, is just committing yourself to it early in the morning or whenever you think to during the day. Bringing your awareness towards being just a vehicle of total goodness, just like this divine, just like this unconditional love that Source is. And just extending, committing yourself, I commit every morning to being a vehicle to this guiding love that you have to offer through me. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed my 4 steps. I've used these techniques, for quite some time. And of course I have, some bad days, but all of my days, I would say 98% of my days are great. And when they're feeling bad, I shift my energy from that to something better, something more in alignment with divine, with God, through these actions. And I really hope they amplify your connection to spirit, that you're manifesting, you're creating goodness in your life through these tools that I offered you today. And if these are something that you loved, write them down. Write them down, practice them, go have that conversation, go share this with somebody else. And I hope you have a blissful day filled with a lot of connection to the universe and to spirit and to good, because that's what it truly is spirit, God, divine, Source, Mother Earth. It's all good. It's all love. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If this type of conversation is something that you want more of in your life, be sure to press the subscribe button. Also hit that little bell notification so that you get notified every single time I post a new video, which will be multiple times a week. My name is Ashley Ducey with ashleyducey.com. Thanks for tuning in, and I can't wait to see you on the next video.